Our next Lifetime Achievement Awards. Let's go to our video. Cue the video.
Quietly working away in a backyard workshop crafting beautiful cedar canoes by hand, one would never suspect that this solitary figure has a personal history of such iconic proportions. At 77 years of age, this craftsman has back orders for these beauties that will fill his working days for years to come.
But I work alone, and I guess it's my way of relating to the old-timers, the men and women who have gone before, and the way they lived, and what they had to do to survive, including build their own boats and build everything around them, make their own clothing, everything. It's a time in our history that I thoroughly enjoy hearing about and reading about, would like to have been a part of, but am not. So I guess this is my way of staying in touch with the past and respecting the Innu for this absolutely not only functional but beautiful design. It's the perfect boat for me for river work, a gracious, beautiful way to travel.
Joseph Denzel Goudie, Joe, was born in 1939. At the age of 4, he moved with his family to Happy Valley Goose Bay, where he has lived ever since.
I was born in Mud Lake. Father was a trapper. Mother raised a family and did a good job. And a beautiful little spot, small town. There are about 50 people there now, and I dare say there's probably only 50 in the beginning. It's a place you want, if you're from there, you want to go back there. And if you're not from there, you want to go have a look anyway.
Since those early days in Mud Lake, Joe has had a rich and varied working life. Starting at age 12, he earned a dozen eggs a week as compensation for a part-time job.
But I've had the good fortune to be involved in a number of things that I've enjoyed doing. I worked there, and I worked in, I was town clerk and town manager over a 4-year period here, organized the first ever municipal election. I worked for 10 years with CBC Radio and television, 10 years in provincial politics, 8 of it, just about 8 as a minister, I guess. Native liaison officer with the Department of National Defense here at 5 Wing, and some other odd jobs here and there. And I've enjoyed every one of them, never worked at any of it more than 10 years, some of it less than that. This is the only thing I've spent more than 10 years doing, and it's certainly been worth it. I think I built my first canoe in 1990, so this would be, 26 years now.
Despite this rewarding career full of memories and experience, Joe's thoughts and passions are shared with those from another time.
It was a great way of life. The canoe is attached to all of that. I think I was born probably 100 years too late. I would love to have been able to trap, had I been physically able to do so, the way Father and Horace and all of the other trappers lived, some of them becoming guides. Uncle Bert Blake, for instance, guiding Mina Hubbard and her effort in 1905 from Northwest River to Ongava Bay, and guides of other kinds, Uncle John Michelin. They're all gone now, all passed on to their just rewards. But all of that is mixed in, is blended with, is a part of, for me, a canoe.
As a way of reaching out to the old ways, every year Joe paddles the 235 kilometers down the Grand River, from Churchill Falls to Gull Island in one of his handmade canoes. A 7-day journey in which outdoor enthusiasts clamor for positions to follow him down the historic waterway. Joe's passion for his home and native land was best summed up for him by a quote from a canoeist who joined one of these trips.
maybe the best way I've heard it summarized, I guided people down this river for, I don't know, a number of years, from literally all over the world, working with a company out of Maine. And at the end of the trip at Muskrat Falls, we used to, if people wanted to, once the tent was set up and everything was ready for the night, if they wanted to go down and actually look at the upper part of the falls, we'd take them down. And on one trip, there were 10 people, and they all went down. And they were all, I don't know, reliving their trip or thinking of something that may have happened. They were unto themselves as they watched the water and the rest of it. And after we got back up over the portage, back to the tent, and we're having supper, someone said to one of them, "How did you enjoy your trip?" And basically, all he said was, well, everyone needs a place like Labrador.
Big round of applause for Joe Goudie. And our presenters, Sagama, Smil Joe, Sagama Joe, and from CIBC, Alyssa Dubois. Oh, one more. That's the main. I'll go space this one. Yeah.
Well, there's very little to say after all of that. It's a great honor to be here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my second visit with this particular function. I guess I can brag just a little bit. My little company won an award in 2012 for Cottage Industry Division Entrepreneur of the Year or something like that. So it's great to be back with Ulnueg. I want to thank them and the jury for their decision. And I also want to thank Kenneth Williams, who was here somewhere. Saw him earlier. There you go. Ken works with Nunacor, the Métis business arm of the organization, and he was the one who nominated me, and I appreciate that greatly. It's also a special pleasure to have received the award as presented by Chief Michelle Joe. We've known each other a long time, sometimes a little friction, other times not. And, but that's part of life, right? It's been a very satisfying life that I've lived, the working part of it so far, and God bless, we'll keep at it again, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. But whatever does, I've been extremely fortunate to have lived the life I have, to be recognized by all of you as having achieved something. A pat on the back goes a long way sometimes, and I appreciate that greatly. Thank you.